Good evening, everybody. Rose Thorn here. So I wanted to make this video and have a very serious discussion about Foodie Beauty, about Peetz, and his most recent live stream video that he did called Depression. So Foodie has been acting the fool as of late, constant live streaming, being very selfish, self-absorbed, narcissistic, and everybody but Foodie can see that everything around her has been suffering and has been neglected. Her health has been suffering, her pets have certainly suffered, and even her best friend, Peetz. He's been suffering also. For those who do not know, Peetz is someone that has been struggling with and dealing with severe depression for quite a long time. And that's something that Foodie has always pushed aside and ignored and not dealt with in the time that she's lived with Peetz. She's never really addressed it. Even in times when he needed her, she was always gone. Well, as everyone knows, she has been constantly around Natter and won't leave his side. She did 5 hours worth of live streams yesterday, and today she posted a community post, starting with this one, saying, OMG, so cool. I can message you guys directly on PayPal, so if you don't want a public shout out, just send me a message on there. Thanks to those who sent stuff. I'll be coffee beezing soon. Love you guys, XO. I'll be by myself. So this was Foodie indirectly, basically e-begging for money. She made that post, and then shortly after that, Peetz did a video for his channel called Depression. I'm just going to show you guys the picture of the video. I'm not going to play it because I don't want to upset anyone. I don't want to trigger anyone. This video was very short, but it was very dark. And in this video, Peetz is talking about his depression and how severe it's been for him and how dark his thoughts have been regarding his depression. In this video, he talks about the fact that his depression has gotten so bad that he can barely function anymore, that he sleeps most of the time and he can barely do anything. That even though he should be, looking for a job and whatnot, he just doesn't have the focus. I'm not going to play the video, as I said. My opinion, for me, I just don't think it would be in very good taste. It's not necessary. If you want to watch the video on his channel, I will leave that up to you. I'm just basically telling you what's on it. In a nutshell, Peetz making this video, it was a cry for help. It was definitely a sincere, honest cry for help because he's all alone at the villa with the cats and he is in need of help. And unfortunately, Chantal just can't be bothered to pay attention. So he made this video to kind of, I guess, vent his feelings and let everybody know where he was at. And directly after making this video and posting that video, Foodie made this community post that says, I saw Peetz's video and I just want to crawl into a hole with how bad I feel. I'm going to go there for him. I have checked on him and I knew he was down. I just didn't realize how bad. Notice in that community post the number of I's that are used. I saw Peetz's video. I just want to crawl into a hole. I'm going to go there. I have checked on him. So just the language alone tells you where her head is at. That it's all about her versus her roommate. Someone that's been with her and basically been her confidant and her friend for years. So Foodie hasn't live streamed at all today. I feel it's because she knows that if she does, she's going to get roasted by everybody. And then she made this community post right after saying, "Hi everyone, I am with Peetz and he's starting to feel a bit better. We will be going for a Christmas lights drive in Starbucks later. See you soon. Thanks for thinking of Peetz. I have been a crap friend. I can't cure his depression, but I could be here more for him. I will get much off my mind when I be's alone next. Now, so I can talk bad about anyone, just so I can speak more freely." So once again, we have Foodie thinking only of herself and not how badly her friend feels and how severe his depression is. Uh, so yeah, she's in this post saying that she wants to be alone and she basically wants to be in front of the camera. So those were the three posts. And after showing you guys the posts, I would like to offer up my thoughts on Peetz. Peetz said in his video that he's been suffering with his depression and it's been getting bad over the past 3 years. I don't know exactly when he and Foodie started living together. I believe it was over 2 years ago. So in the time that he's been around Foodie, living with her, his depression has just gotten even worse. I feel that living with Foodie is a big contributing factor. I mean, when you really think about it, someone such as Peetz, who suffers from depression, he's not lived in the healthiest, cleanest, most peaceful environment. The house is filthy. It's been filthy for a while. It's been incredibly filthy. It's noisy. It's chaotic. Boxes everywhere, moldy pots. Her using the entire house as a live stream area, being up till early hours of the morning, talking, laughing, giggling, having people over. These are all things that are not good for a person's mental health, especially if mentally they are fragile to begin with, which Peetz certainly is. So on top of the unhealthy environment, Peetz has had a lot of things happen to him all in quick succession. When he moved into the house with Foodie, he had his own job, making his own money. He had his cat Timbit, and he had a companion in Foodie. And Foodie was someone that he could talk to, communicate with, hang out with. That was pretty much his only human interaction. Within a short span of time, he lost his job, which means he also lost the ability to make money. He lost his cat Timbit, and his only confidant, his only friend Foodie. She has been spending more and more time with Natter, and even showing signs that she is pretty much living with Natter and halfway moved out already. She's already taken the TV over to the house and some of her belongings. So even though Peetz acts like he doesn't notice and he doesn't care, I'm sure he does care and he does notices a lot more things than he lets on. So he's over there, no job, no money, his cat is gone, and he's watching his roommate do the very same thing to him that she did once before. When they were together and they were involved in a relationship, she left Peetz for BB. She went off with BB. And here he is seeing something that looks like a repeat of that. And I'm sure that that is not helping his mental health either. So Peetz is basically, he's bottled so much stuff up and he has no outlet to talk to anyone, to get some stuff out. He's just been bottling it and bottling it up and to the point where he is just overloaded with stress and all these bad feelings, and he's just starting to crack. Even if Foodie spends an entire day with Peetz to help him feel better, Peetz's depression is so severe that I feel that him feeling better is way over her head. She's not a psychiatrist. She's not a doctor. He really does need to speak to a professional or perhaps go to an inpatient facility where he can be watched. He can have people around to help him feel better. I don't know if he needs medication, but just her coming by for an hour or two is not going to get the job done. He really needs to be in a healthy, clean, peaceful environment. He needs to be around people that can talk to him. He needs counseling. He needs a great many things that Foodie cannot provide. And honestly, with her selfish mindset, she's not going to provide. Given the fact that he made his video and he outright said that he just has trouble with taking care of things. I think it's safe to say that he is in no condition to take care of her cats, and it would be a really good idea of Foodie to give the cats to someone else that is in the position to take care of them. Because Peetz is saying without saying, look, I can't take care of anything. I can't take care of the cats. I can't take care of the home. I can't even really take care of myself right now. I'm having trouble navigating from one day to the next. Foodie needs to pay attention to that. She's been living in a delusional world of filters on her phone and off to basically barricade her from the truth that her world is falling apart and anyone connected to her is also falling apart. She likes to say to herself, everything's fine, nothing's wrong here, when just the opposite is true. Her friend Peetz is falling apart, her cats are being neglected, her house is a mess, her finances are a mess, her relationship with Natter is phony and fake and she's paying for it. But as long as she lives in this world of fake delusion, she just keeps convincing herself that everything is fine. Well, the video that Peetz made proves that not everything is fine. So I really do hope that Peetz gets the help that he needs, that Chantal does more than just spend an hour or two with Peetz. Perhaps she can contact his relatives or friends and they can spend some time around him, or she can take him somewhere where he can get the care that he needs. Maybe make arrangements to where the cats are being taken care of so that won't be something that will be his responsibility. He just needs to take care of himself and focus on his own well-being, because it sounds like he really can't take much more. So what do you guys think? What do you think about this whole situation? Obviously, Chantal is so detached that she just can't see just how bad things really are. And this video that Peetz put out, I'm sure hit her from left field and she didn't expect it. But, you know, when things are bad, sometimes they get so bad that something has to give. And unfortunately for Peetz, he is the crack that's appearing at the bottom of the boat and, you know, water is leaking up. Before I end this video, I would like to just send a message to anyone out there who might be suffering from depression. Depression is something that affects a great many people, and sometimes it can get so severe that it's crippling and you feel alone and you want to isolate yourself. But if you get to a place where your thoughts get really dark and you feel like there's no way out, understand that you're not alone, that there are people that want to help you, that can help you. There are phone numbers to call, there are hotlines to call. You're certainly not alone. The help is out there. Don't be afraid to reach out. Even if you don't feel like it, even if all you want to do is just keep everything to yourself, don't keep everything to yourself. Reach out for help, because the help is there. Because by getting help, by opening up and letting somebody in, that's when the help can come and help you out of that dark place. Certainly don't wait so long that you know, you really have some really dark thoughts. I wish everyone health and well-being. And if you're someone and you're suffering from depression, that you reach out for help and get the help that you need, whether it's in the form of a phone call or inpatient care. Again, don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help, because you are not alone. No matter what you think, you're not alone. There's always going to be somebody there. If you have to reach out to a friend, a family member, a counselor, anyone, a teacher, anyone at all, don't be afraid to reach out. You're not being a bother. No one's going to get mad at you. Reach out and get the help you need for how you feel. And that way the healing can start. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys have a good evening, and please take care. Bye-bye.